Because Schools First is here.
Right. We'll save you some bark. Don't worry about it. We'll give you some of that
Brittney
bark.
Owens was very concerned that we were going to eat all the bark. But she's not concerned so much about saving because she knows. She knows about money. She knows about finances. How to get our young people ready to go.
Yes.
I mean, she's got it all.
See, that's where it goes. And apparently, money doesn't grow on trees. That's what we believe when we're younger.
This is true.
You didn't know that? I always thought it was. My dad's always like, money doesn't grow on trees. And I'm like, look, he's right. It doesn't. He's right.
Yeah. Where does it grow then?
So growing up, I thought it grew on trees as well. So in this segment, I know most young people between the age of 19 and 22 do not want to hear about retirement and start saving. So I'm not going to talk about that, even though they need to. I'm here to give out some financial tips to help with their future savings.
All right, so tell us where maybe a young person's watching or will watch or their parent or adult is watching. Where do they start? Where do they get their start?
So to begin with, we have to remove away that instant gratification. Being able to go to the computer and buy something with one click, put it on our credit cards.
Dangerous.
Yes. Instead of putting on our credit cards, save up and pay with cash. And if we have to put it on our credit cards, please, please, please pay it off immediately. Do not keep that balance.
Kind of the American Express model.
Yeah, I mean, it's the 21st century here, and we're trying to, have to have a credit card pretty much. But you just said pay it off. That's a hard thing to do, right? I mean, because sometimes, you want to buy little things, make sure you can afford that. But sometimes you have a big ticket item that you got to get. Maybe it's not just, like it's something wrong with your car. How do we do that? How do we try to make sure that we pay it off every month?
So for those big ticket items that we may have to purchase, it's very important that we establish an emergency fund. Having at least 3 to 6 months of savings in the savings account is going to help us to be able to purchase cash with those items versus putting on a credit card. If we do have to rely on our credit cards, once again, ensuring that we have a budget plan to be able to pay it off in time.
Bet. All right, so when it comes, obviously we're going to need young people, we've got to get them working. We want them working in a job, getting some income. I know that there's this phenomenon of thinking you could supplement your income with a credit card. Bad, all the way around.
Extremely bad. We want to make sure that we're living within our means, knowing the difference between our wants and our needs. And once again, do not put on a credit card. Save for those big ticket items that we want, as well as those purchases, goals that we may want to achieve.
Okay. Yeah, you talked about kind of building that, that savings and having that there. You got to pay yourself first, right? That's the thing. I remember my dad always telling me that. Pay yourself first. Wait,
what do you mean? I don't even know. I've never heard this.
So you never heard it, really?
No.
So you get a paycheck, right? And once you get your paycheck, take a portion of that paycheck, pay Scott Moak, put it in your savings or put it somewhere, and then you're good to go. And
I've been doing it wrong the whole time.
Well, exactly. But I never could understand that because I'm like, well, no, I need every last little penny.
Smart.
But it makes a lot of sense because if I was doing that since I was little or my first paycheck, man, I'd have a lot of money put away if I could pay myself.
$10 or
no, because I don't have it.
Yeah, even putting just $5 or $10 away is going to help you for your future self.
Each paycheck, right? Yeah.
Every paycheck.
Sure.
Before we go, I do want to mention, we're not near April yet, thank goodness, and tax time. But should our young people be thinking? Where should we put their minds around taxes and what they need to think about there?
Yeah, a lot of young people do not want to think about their taxes, but it's very important. Every time we're getting our net pay, which is our take-home pay, deductions are being taken out for our taxes. So starting a savings account, put it aside for April to pay our taxes.
Oh, that's good. All right. So
why was this not around when I was younger growing up?
What do you mean? You had all the answers.
Well,
you were paying yourself first.
I just had my dad tell me that, but I'm talking about school and everything else, just really learning about money. Well, so this is where you can learn about
Schools First.
And I think, how long have you guys been around? Schools?
We've been around for years.
Yeah, they've been around a long, long time. So,
lots of branches here around.
I needed to reach out then,
really
to these guys.
But we're glad we have you now.
Thank you.
We appreciate you coming in and sharing all that information. Let's put up some. There it is, Schools First Federal Credit Union, 60 locations, including, of course, right down the street, all throughout California. Call them up, walk on in, or go online, schoolsfirstfcu.org.